Once again welcoming you to your daily cricket show, the Cricket Happening Show. Welcome, everybody. Today, it's about the third day's play in two test matches. As far as Australia and New Zealand is concerned, probably another one and a half talk about, if I'm not wrong, it's two, that this pitch, right from the first day, footmarks were being formed. And it was a clear case of the spinners coming in introducing Nathan Lyon very early into the third day, early in the morning, and he struck with the first wicket as well. And he was the one who was the chief wrecker with 5 wickets. And I'm sure this match is definitely slipping away from New Zealand here, having conceded a lead of 203. Strode on, and he really showed that he could also play the waiting game, catch of his own bowling probably twice. And the Aussies, and as I said, for Australia, it's just a matter of scoring some quick runs. Was trying to get to his. He's shown great application. There was very good footwork against the spin, and he was playing all sorts of strokes that he could play, either whether he's offside or onside, and he was adept against the spin as well. And Dom Sibley on day 3, England closed at 218 for 6 wickets intact, and we are going into the 4th day. As I said, bowled out for 223, so thus conceding a lead of 36 runs to the South Africa, to the Englishmen. But other than that, they had Joe Root playing a good innings as well of 61. We'll come back to that later as I'm going to talk about. But one thing that sixes in a T20 match, it was the local Super Smash T20 tournament going on in New Zealand. The match was against Northern District. 6 Raj Singh did it to Stuart Whiteley, doing it in the T20 smash over there. Definitely a very powerful hitter of the ball. Actually joined that particular group, which has hit 6 sixes in T20 cricket in a single over. So the question was, Canterbury were needing 64 runs, basically leg side sixes hit by Leo Carter, and this of Carter with the Canterbury usurping the total of 220, which was set by Northern Districts. And it was Carter was getting his maiden T20 half century. This has definitely set the tone here for Leo Carter. That Leo Carter might be someone whom New Zealand would be probably looking at World Cup coming in Australia. New Zealand would probably, well, so that is something which is going to come later. But as I said, so this is something I wanted to share, which was a very important thing. Through the match and do a short analysis of what happened. The pitch was definitely assisting this. Proved exactly that, as he was the one who picked up 5 wickets. His victims did not, as it was LBW ball line for 31, 4 boundaries. So definitely there was an opportunity for G Travel, but he could not cash in. Ross Taylor was out for 22. It was Cummins into the picture, knocking off Taylor and Glenn Phillips. Now Glenn Phillips. Let's talk about Phillips. And Glenn Phillips was the one who 51. Lucky as well as Nathan Lyon himself grasped him, and as I'm sure, but Watling was out for just 9 runs. Stark actually took care of him. Russell showed some batting ability, double quick time. It was all over. The New Zealanders were bowled out for 251, thus conceding. Well, we have to talk about Nathan Lyon, 30.4 overs, 10 maidens, 68 runs and 5 wickets. Life was not easy on this track. The ball is turning. The Aussies, with 40 for none, uh, with the lead in the lead. Warner was not out in 23 with one boundary. Burns, so that was the scene. And the spinners, it was only we saw some spin, Somerville, but 16 overs, one would have probably liked to have, I think, uh, I would probably feel that the captain, Tom Latham, acting captain, which is definitely taking spin. So Todd Astle, Somerville, I thought Todd Astle should also have been given a go, which unfortunately did not happen. Turning, and with 2 full days to go, I'm expecting the New Zealanders to actually, Australia to declare the innings closed, and definitely towards the evening, one probably on 4th day at the SCG, just going to watch New Zealand bat again. To Cape Town, we are talking about the South Africa versus England, James Anderson, and that is something. And he has now got going past Ian Botham, I reckon. We're at 27, so now it is now he is really making it count. And now, as I said, James Anderson holds the record for the most 5 wicket hauls in Test cricket for England, with 28 5 wicket hauls, 19 over 6 maidens, 40 runs and 5 wickets. 2 wickets apiece to Broad and okay. Now, in the second innings, batting well. So let's have a look at how it like sure. And now looking at the card there, Zach Crawley Zach Crawley had a sort of a very tough time at the crease, but nevertheless he would be happy. 5 4s. In fact, there was a bit of aggression in Zach Crawley as he of Zach Crawley. One hit. A few words were said by Kagiso Rabada to Zach Crawley, Dom Sibley, and then poor batting technique, one could say, because he's the person who likes to accumulate the runs, and that's what he precisely did. He stayed at the crease, and he was very good against the pace bowlers, showing very been playing well, but not able to get to a 50. And now he would definitely be eyeing his maiden test run tomorrow on the 4th day when play resumes at Cape Town. Simply, what an innings! A beautiful innings he has played. He's not out on 85 with made 31 with 3 boundaries. And his wicket was taken by Nodje. Nodje has now shown that he's some. Again, this was a case of and it had the ball actually. It was chin music, one could say, because it was at chin height, and it was all from 101 for the score went on of his partner before on the part of Joe Root. Also, one can't really blame Joe Root entirely because the ball actually hit a crack. It was replaced taking the catch. So he was gone for 61, 7 boundaries. And Dom Bess was sent in as the night watchman, was sent back by Northampton Decock. And that was again was outside the leg stump, but the ball was lifting, and there was contact with the bat or probably hit the glove, and it was all over. England finishing the day at 284, but they'll be very happy with that man at the crease, Dom Sibley, eyeing his maiden test done now tomorrow, and he truly, truly deserves it. He looks to be a real compact hook. I think this person, Dom Sibley, would be the answer to that. Dom Sibley is not a perfect technique as well, so it was Englishmen, they definitely are looking pretty good. But if the Englishmen, the South Africans tomorrow, Dwayne Pretorius, Keshav Maharaj,